So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run the counter. Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Block working out of the gun. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
He was taken down at the
defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The open man is Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Complete to Herbs.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going with the football.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Good. Makes the score Chiefs 14, Vikings 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, look good, everything up. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He gets away from 1. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
For Nicole Hartman.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Pollard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 33 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes now to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the
that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 14.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run here with Blanche. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blocker.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On first down, Pollard. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it with Balaj. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Locke to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And Myers able to knock it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
8-yard line.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Makes the score Vikings.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw, deep down. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Kevin King there defensively.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expected up the back. In fact,
here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line.